We are very disturbed this evening to report the apparent murder-suicide of a wife and her 2 children supposedly by their husband and father. The 42-year-old man seemingly shot his pregnant spouse once in the stomach before taking his own life. Neither of the children suffered from gunshot wounds, but were severely beaten, both found with fractured skulls and several broken bones. Stay tuned for further details as police are still investigating the area and attempting to find a motive for this horrific. We apologize for the abrupt interruption and currently have a caller waiting that wishes to speak on this gruesome incident. The crime was first reported by a neighbor, who said she was walking her dog when she heard 2 gunshots from the interior of the home. After calling the police, she then went to investigate the commotion and discovered the bodies after receiving no answer at the door. I simply cannot imagine the weight she must feel after discovering such a horrific event so close to her home. She described the scene in gross detail, stating that the family bathroom had so much blood on its walls and floor that the drain had been clogged. One of the bodies present in the bathroom was the family's 11-year-old daughter, who was the third and final victim to be identified as dead at the scene. Don't touch that dial now. We've got many more callers and details yet to come on this thrilling story. The father was said to be a heavy drinker by friends and family, and would often cause commotion late at night once returning home. He worked as a construction foreman and would frequently visit the local bar with coworkers once their shifts were over. He kept his signature hunting rifle in a locked cabinet at the end of the hallway, the same place that he stored his alcohol. No one was allowed near the cabinet and would be severely punished if found tampering with it. The only safe place to be once the father started drinking was anywhere hidden in the dark. The children told stories to their grandparents about entire nights spent in the closet or under their beds attempting to avoid any harm. Grandparents said they were fearful of the wife and children's futures after so many episodes of domestic abuse. They described one incident in particular in which the mother suffered from a traumatic head injury that sent her to the hospital. The father vowed never to drink again after the mother's hospitalization, but was reportedly seen at his regular bar only days later. That door won't hold for long. On the day of the crime, the father checked out both of his children early from school around noon. Those in the main office at the time described him as eerily anxious as the three quickly rushed out of the building. On the day of the crime, the father checked out both of his children early from school around noon. Those in the main office at the time described him as eerily anxious as the three quickly rushed out of the building. When called to the front office, both of the children's moods quickly shifted to that of pure dread. Their teachers asked them to gather their books, among other belongings, which they did at the slowest fucking pace possible, interrupting the small school of typically only 9 students per classroom. When called to the front office, both of the children's moods quickly shifted to that of pure dread. Their teachers asked them to gather their books, among other belongings, which they did at the slowest fucking pace possible, interrupting the small school of typically only 9 students per classroom. Assigned to opposite rooms from one another, the children also differed greatly in personality. The daughter strived for greatness, her favorite subject being geography, and has always been at the top of her class. The son, on the other hand, was deservedly punished for his actions, often getting sent to time out for acting up. Assigned to opposite rooms from one another, the children also differed greatly in personality. The daughter strived for greatness, her favorite subject being geography, and has always been at the top of her class. The son, on the other hand, was deservedly punished for his actions, often getting sent to time out for acting up.